So we come back to our roots that we have orders, we have semicircular arches, we have hemispherical domes, and yeah, definitely there is the addition to the materials since from that time period we have changed a lot in matter to the construction and also in the material purposes. But yeah, so coming back to the classical architecture, तो हमारे जो main features रहेंगे जो Greek and Roman के थे, that were more adapted in the Renaissance culture. Also, the other factor is they were more proportionate in nature and जो भी आपका architecture structures थे, they were logically proportionate as compared to any other time period में अगर हम देखें. So you have like huge mongers architecture over there, grandeur we can see from a lot of Gothic time period में जो buildings बनी थी या आपके Romanesque में भी बनी थी. So सबके ornamentation decoration में या there is a difference, but still जब हम grandeur की बात करेंगे तो we can see a lot of such building in Gothic time period and your Romanesque time period, but that's something missing from your Renaissance period. It's more logical and they are more proportionate to the human scale. Since why? Because they basically followed all the writings of Vitruvius. So I hope everyone is know who Vitruvian man was when we talk about even in our design. So he talked about the scales and the proportions. So that's what we can see and perceive from Renaissance architecture. It's more geometric, it's more symmetry, it's a rhythmic design. So and more proportionate as compared to any other buildings in any other architecture, your periods. Clear it? So this is the basic definition when we talk about Renaissance and Renaissance architecture में हम जब बात करें तो it was mainly first मतलब जो आपका first country है that followed this style was it was mainly developed in Florence with Filippo Brunelleschi. He was the first Renaissance architect and one of the innovators, and then quickly it spread to other Italian cities as well. So it is also carried in France, Germany, some parts of England, Russia, and the other parts of Europe as well, but with varying degree of impact कि कितना ज़्यादा है कितना कम है depending क्योंकि since वहाँ पे भी और भी different आपके architectures already थे. So yeah, so when we talk about Renaissance style, so they have more emphasized on the symmetry, the proportions, geometry, and also demonstrated the classical architecture in the form of your orders, the again semicircular arches and your domes, hemispherical domes. क्योंकि अब आप इसको compare कर सकते हो from your Gothic style that was more verticality focused and they were so much ornamented and decorated and everything stuff. But over here, आप जैसे ही Renaissance देखोगे तो there's a very big shift from Gothic to Renaissance since these two periods मतलब lie together. So you'll see a lot of difference and in architecture from Gothic transformation basically. जैसे हमने transformation from Romanesque to Gothic देखा था. Now again Gothic to Renaissance, there's again a transformation. So let's just quickly see the presentation. So yeah, introduction is more of revival of rebirth, revival of Greek art and Roman art, initiated in Florence, Italy first. So जब हम 1400 to 1500s की बात करते हैं, जो first initial आपका period था, there was no such architectural building that was constructed in that time period. ज़्यादा उस time period में you can see a lot of art sculptures that evolved in that time period. 1500 plus तो we have a lot of Renaissance buildings. अगर हम 1400 में किसी को count करते हैं, we just count your Florence Castle because that started in Gothic, but it ended in Renaissance period. and was also the Philippe Brunelleschi. He was the first one. He was the one who constructed the dome of the Florence Cathedral. So that's why it is often termed as कि that's the first Renaissance building, as we can see. So आप उसमें जब features देखोगे तो you'll see a lot of Gothic features as well. But still, it's termed as when we talk about Renaissance, we talk about Florence Cathedral as well. So yeah, so when we talked about the Greek and Roman thoughts, materials and culture for revive care, so these are the new patterns of thought as well: humanism, individualism, secularism, skepticism. We are not going in detail, but you just need to know these are the new patterns किस पे आपकी detailing है when we talk about Renaissance and thought process कैसे change हुआ over the period of time. Um, Okay, so this was the timeline that I was talking about, कि from early to Byzantine and Romanesque Gothic, and again at the end we have Renaissance period. So आपका ये भी मैंने बात करी थी कि when we talk about this early to your Gothic period, ये generally आपका medieval period में lie करता है. That's why you can see a lot of and Renaissance when we talk about and that was the start of your modern age. Okay, so it's like the early modern age. So that's when the Renaissance lies, and in historians have divided Renaissance into three periods. So इसके बारे में हम डिटेल में बात करेंगे कि what basically these three majorly hold कि क्यों हमने इसको ऐसे डिवीजन किया why because there was जैसे हम अपने पुराने जो भी हमने डेवलप करा है या जो भी हमने फीचर्स क्लासिकल आर्किटेक्चर के यूज करे हैं तो हाउ देयर कॉन्सेप्ट डिराइव्स एंड हाउ कैन वी सी देम इन पर्टिकुलर डिफरेंट फेजेस of Renaissance period. So the first phase is your early Renaissance, which is from 1400 to 1500. It is also termed as Quattrocento. It's just another word for early Renaissance. So it's QUACCENTO. Yeah, Quattrocento. And then there's higher Renaissance period, which lies from 1500 to 1525. And then there is Mannerism, which is also termed as a late Renaissance period. So when we talk about early Renaissance, so that particular era or maybe that time period that followed the concept of architecture orders. So they explored the orders and rules were formulated. So what were the orders we are talking about here? Anyone? What were the orders that we are talking about?
The Greek and Roman orders, the columns.
हाँ ग्रीक एंड रोमन हाँ तो उन्हीं के नाम जानते हैं मुझे
Ionic,
भूल तो नहीं गए
Doric, Corinthian,
Doric और
Tuscan, composite.
Ionic, Doric, Corinthian, composite, Tuscan. Yeah, that's the basically the concept of architecture orders were explored and the rules were formulated for them. That particularly mean कि how proportionate they use them and किस type से उन्होंने क्योंकि आप अगर पुरानी buildings देखोगे तो you see a lot of huge buildings and humongous जब हम medieval buildings देखते हैं तो it's very huge and grandeur की feeling आती है. But when we see the Renaissance buildings, so we won't find them that in that large scale. So they studied the classical antiquity that led to adopt this classical details and ornamentations in particularly Renaissance period. So when we talk about early Renaissance, so we talk about Brunelleschi. He was the one, the first Renaissance architect. So in that particular era, we can quote Brunelleschi as the early Renaissance architect. So the next is your High Renaissance. So when we talk about High Renaissance, so the concepts that they came up to and they derived was from classical antiquity, and they developed and was further represented by Bramante. So what he did was that he expanded the applicability of your classical architecture to the contemporary buildings. So I hope you know things about contemporary buildings. What are the main features when we talk about contemporary buildings? And he tried to incorporate the classical architecture to the contemporary building. So कोई बताएगा मुझे क्या contemporary building के जो कोई features थे वो क्या क्या थे? Contemporary buildings के क्या features होते हैं? When you say कि oh this is it's more of a contemporary structure, so what is the basic look that comes into your mind? They are more what?
ग्लास यूज होता था मेनली शायद.
ग्लास होता था और क्या होता था? सिंपल स्ट्रक्चर्स होते थे, more horizontal focused.
Asymmetric structures.
हाँ, क्या
जैसे वो
राशि फिर से बोलो.
Asymmetric structures.
Asymmetric structures, right? और Ayush, are you saying something?
curves
हाँ वो
होते थे.
थोड़े से neat and वो होते थे.
हाँ, they are yeah, neat is
Clean and
also
structured.
exactly very simple, very sober, clean, neat. Yeah, these all when we talk about contemporary, they're very finished and horizontally focused. More neutral colors were used. Less ornamented and everything, right? So what he did, what Bramante did, that he transformed all and applied the classical architecture to the contemporary world and to contemporary buildings. There was a simple structure, but he was so influenced by the classical architecture, so and also influenced by Roman temples. So that's what he did. Simple forms में use किया उसने, but क्या किया? He used orders again. He used the you can see the orders, you can see the dome place, but in a very simple manner and less ornamented. जैसे अभी सर ने भी इसमें specially mention करा है आपको कि yeah, they deviated from Gothic. They in terms of verticality, yeah, बिल्कुल verticality focus नहीं थे. This is the one feature कि they were less ornamented. They lack ornamentation. This is the feature of Renaissance period when we talk about Renaissance. So that can be seen over here. And the last is your mannerism. So mannerism is your late Renaissance period. So that this is the period where architects experimented using your architectural forms. That basically they had more emphasis on solid and spatial relationships. So a lot of freer way and rhythmic patterns, rhythmic columns and everything. That type of unity you can see from mannerism. So let's just continue the presentation. आगे और clear हो जाएगा. So yeah, when we talk about early Renaissance, so this is one of the examples of that time period. Let's just read about it. The space as an element of architecture was utilized differently to the way it had been in the Middle Age. So space was organized by proportional logics and rhythm subject to geometry rather than being created by intuitions as in medieval buildings. So you can see a lot of जब हम if कोई भी ले लो आप हाजिर सोफिया ले लो suppose you're entering it's like उसमें भी there is no other particular floor but if you see how grand it is the height total height आप उसकी check करोगे exactly आप automatically you can see कि the Renaissance cathedral का क्या वो है and उस time period cathedral का क्या height होता है and everything so in that term you can easily differentiate कि how proportions कैसे इसमें ज़्यादा incorporate हुए हैं as compared to any other time period. And what all can we see here जो already आपको दिख रहा है Roman, Greek उस time period के features जो उन्होंने use करे हैं यहाँ पे. What can you see from the image?
Arches.
Market.
Arches दिख रहे हैं और
Spires.
क्या दिख रहा है?
Spires.
मैम फ्लैट रूफ
Spires दिखते हैं इंटीरियर में? हाँ ठीक है, फ्लैट रूफ है, आर्चेस हैं, और ये कौन से कॉलम्स दिख रहे हैं?
कोरिंथियन लग रहा है शायद।
एंड व्हाट एल्स? What else? This is nave, side aisles. ठीक है।
हम
और
मार्बल लगा रखा है फ्लोर पे
ये
शायद।
तो कहना मुश्किल है, शायद। और कोई फीचर?
मैम वो अंदर की तरफ क्या फ्रेस्को पेंटिंग है पे?
हो सकती है फ्रेस्को पेंटिंग, नॉर्मल पेंटिंग भी हो सकती है, फ्रेस्को भी हो सकती है। हम्म हाँ, फ्यूज, टॉकिंग अबाउट फ्यूज। मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा, आप भावेश आप कौन से उसकी बात कर रहे हो? आप फर्नीचर की बात कर रहे हो जो बीच में नेट में जो, वो तो आपका ऑल्टर है ना वहाँ पे, और वहाँ पे जनरली क्या होता है, सर्विस ऑल्टर है ना वो तो एंड में। और उस पर्टिकुलर टेबल को क्या बोलते हैं? आप उसकी बात कर रहे हो? ठीक है। अच्छा, एक और फीचर है, अच्छा इसको क्या कहते हैं? इफ यू कैन सी द,
मैं बहुत देर से यही सोच रही हूँ, बिल्कुल भूल गई
मैम
मैं
शायद
इसका।
क्लेयर स्टोरी विंडो।
नहीं, क्ले स्टोरी है ये।
रोज
नहीं नहीं,
विंडो।
प्ले स्टोरी तो आपकी एक ही रो, मतलब वो तो इट्स लाइक अ कॉन्टिन्यूअस विंडोज, ये तो कॉन्टिन्यूअस नहीं है, ये तो ऑल्टरनेट। हाँ,
यस मैम।
नहीं ये ट्रेसरी नहीं है।
मैम ये ऑक्यूलस जैसा क्यों लग रहा है?
ऑकुलस ही है वो बेटा, इसीलिए लग रहा है।
ओके।
हम्म ठीक है, चलो, थोड़े थोड़े याद है, थोड़े थोड़े नहीं याद है, बट यू कैन सी देयर वर लॉट ऑफ फीचर्स ऑफ दैट टाइम पीरियड जो यहाँ पे आए हैं। आप अगर कुछ एड ऑन एडिशंस आप देख रहे हो कि सिंस जैसे फ्लैट रूफ है, पहले भी होती थी, बट अब इट्स मोर, इसमें जैसे आपको ये कॉफर्ड सीलिंग लग रही है, तो दैट्स आल्सो वन ऑफ द फीचर्स इन रेनेसां पीरियड। हम आगे पढ़ेंगे जब हम डिटेल में सीलिंग के बारे में बात करेंगे। एंड या हाई रेनेसां की जो हमने बात करी थी, तो दैट वाज लाइक ड्यूरिंग दिस हाई रेनेसां concept derived from classical antiquity were developed. So that was mainly represented by Bramante, and who expanded the applicability of your classical architecture to contemporary. So this is that particular example जो मैं बात करी थी, then he was so influenced from the Roman temples and everything. So this is San Pietro. So he tried to construct and use lot of Roman temple के जो features होते हैं वो he tried to incorporate in particular this structure. So yeah, so आपको पहले ही बताना चाहिए कि पहला concept was more about architecture orders. The second was more of your classical architecture was applied on contemporary buildings. And the third, when we talk about mannerism, so they more the architects emphasize more on the solid and spatial relationship. So they did play with the symmetry, the orders, the harmony, and this was the typically found in Renaissance architecture. So this is also one of the examples, Palazzo, and you can see the structures and इनका generally होता था कि सिमेट्री के ऊपर बात करें, हम ज्योमेट्री के ऊपर बात करें, तो जनरली आपका जो मेन डोर होता था वो सेंट्रली प्लेस होता था, एवरीथिंग जो भी डेकोरेटेड पैटर्न में होता था तो प्रॉपर सिमेट्री में होता था, प्रॉपर डिस्टेंसेस बहुत मैटर करते थे। एडिशन टू इट अभी आगे जो और इम्पोर्टेंट फीचर्स है रेनेसां के, लेट्स जस्ट सी एंड उनके ऊपर बात करते हैं। Okay, yeah, invention of Renaissance period bhi tha. There was a lot of inventions that happened in Renaissance period. This is just the basic that you need to know, and just the person who actually invented that particular thing. So it's like just an add-on to जो आप Renaissance period में लिखोगे तो you can write about the inventions as well. So like Galileo discovered the clock and discovered the pendulum basically. So and then printing press was also invented in this particular era, and then microscope and telescope were also invented by Galileo. Then there was this the musket, basically the rifle that was used in the battles, and flushable toilet came into existence uh, in this Renaissance period. Thermometer was also invented by Galileo. Then there were submarines and the match. These are the few inventions that you need to know. Just basic आपको पता होना चाहिए कि क्या invent हुआ था and who invented them. So this is that, and yeah, coming to the features of Renaissance architecture. So जैसे अभी हमने अभी शुरू में बात करी थी, सर ने भी आपको भी बताया था कि Renaissance rejected the intricacies and verticality of Gothic architecture, and they wanted a very simplicity and a balanced proportion of classicism. Rounded arches came into play, the domes and the classical orders were revived. So you can see a lot of hemispherical domes and everything, but जब हम Florence Castle की बात करेंगे तो that's the exception. That's it's more in a Gothic architecture based and Gothic arch and dome भी थोड़ा वैसे ही है उसका, since the construction started in the Gothic time period. So yeah, and then addition to it, the further जो building से अब जो चीजें change हो गई थी and इसमें incorporate हुई थी, that were the columns, the pilasters, lintels, as well as the use of semicircular arches and hemispherical domes. Can anyone tell कि pilasters क्या होते हैं? So these are the features ये आपको याद रखने Greek and Roman में already थे जो they have used again in Renaissance, but in a more proportionate manner, more simple manner, and even materials. The addition of material and the construction was quick as compared to that time period. Can anyone tell what pilaster is?
Ma'am,
वो
rectangular
जो होते
columns.
थे यूज होते वॉल पे
Exactly, जो rectangular columns projecting outwards from the wall. Yeah, they are termed as pilasters, and basically they start from the very bottom and goes up till top. So they are termed as pilasters. So main elements of Renaissance. अच्छा हम यहाँ पे देखेंगे. So this is your Florence Cathedral. So they have very square symmetrical plan, proper proportionate plan as compared to any other plans. अगर आप और के भी देखोगे, आप length, height, width जब इनकी check करोगे तो आपको already मतलब differentiate कर पाओगे, compare basically कर पाओगे कि उसका क्या था, इसका क्या है. तो and why it is termed as a Renaissance building. So वो सब same actually terminologies are same. You have nave, then you have aisles on the sides, then there's a transept, there's a app at the end. But also it's also a unique feature that we can see that we have apes on the ends of the transept as well. And furthermore, you can see the shape of the transept is a bit changed. अभी तक जैसे हमने जो ट्रांसेप्ट देखे either it's not protruding outward and वो we can see कि इसी के अंदर भी होता है, बहुत सारे plans में हमने देखा था, and somehow if it's protruding it's more like a square or a rectangular in shape, but over here we can see a different polygonal shape over here, And also at the end, एक और additional feature is that the ends of the transept are also acted as a apps. ठीक है, अभी तक हमने जो plans देखे थे, we have seen कि there is a bigger apps in the in at the end, and then उसके side में we have seen the smaller apps. ये देखे है ना हमने ऐसे plans जहाँ पे थोड़ा side में we had apps. ठीक है, but this is the again a unique feature कि अभी तक हमने transept ends में we haven't you know noticed नहीं कहेंगे उसको कि we haven't discovered yet कि there were apps on the sides as well. So this can be seen in Florence Cathedral. This is the example that you will be covering in your assignments as well. So we have ऐसे detail में आगे बात, but we will not be talking about it much because वो आप खुद करोगे assignment में. Then we have the facades. They are more symmetrical in nature, and generally they are surmounted by a pediment. So pediment was one of the feature from Greek times, and also organized by a system of pilasters, arches, and entablatures. So you can see these are the pilasters over here. ठीक है, अगर अभी तक किसी को नहीं आया था, याद नहीं आ रहा था, so they can see this particular the rectangular outward column or are termed as pilasters, and then they have arches, then they have entablatures, and yeah, more symmetrical centrally placed window doors होते थे उनके, and either the windows were pedimented or they were segmental. So you can see the pedimented windows over here, and these are the segmental openings. You see, these are the two doors over here, but you अभी आगे और examples में you might see दोनों ही हैं. You can see the pedimented windows, then segmental alternate windows, pedimented, segmental windows as well. So this is this, and okay, so domestic buildings are often surmounted by a cornice, and there is a regular repetitions of opening on each floor, and centrally placed doors and rusticated surrounds. So yeah. We can see we have a centrally placed door over here. We can see the pedimented window over here. We can see the segmental window over here. अब ये थोड़ा आई गेस क्लियर होगा कि दोनों टाइप की ही आपकी विंडोज यूज होती थी, तो बस आपको पता होना चाहिए कि these are the two main elements or the features जो आप रेनेसां बिल्डिंग में अगर आप देखोगे तो these are the common features of that time period. Then they've used a lot of smooth stone walls on the sides, but उसके अलावा they have used a lot of rusticated surrounds, which is also rusticated finish. So when we talk about rusticated surrounds or finish, basically they are type of a masonry structures, which have a rough finish, textured finish. It's like more of a ashlar blocks. आपने ashlar देखा है, right? Ashlar masonry बनाई थी. So they use a lot of square blocks, and since they have very rough look, so that's what they have used in their basically in construction purposes. Exteriors में. Interior उनका बहुत plain smooth रहता था. They use a lot of lime wash in their interiors and everything. But yeah, exterior में they had very rusticated looks. And आगे है photos भी है तो और clear हो जाएगा. And then at the end on the corners they have points, and yeah, this is that. Then we have entablature over here, cornice like window head over here. Is it clear? Clear हो रहे हैं points? ठीक है.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so next, this is also one of the example over here. We can see the blind arches, right? Then there's a regular repetition. हमें बहुत मिलेगा. Renaissance is all more about very simple, less ornamented, and repetitive and symmetrical type of a building. So जहाँ पे भी अगर आप next time if you're going to Europe, Italy, France, everywhere, so you can say this is a Renaissance building, this is that building, whatever. So a lot of actually जब हम influence देखते हैं even in Italy or we don't see much of a Gothic architecture there. as compared to Renaissance architecture. मतलब except Milan Cathedral, उसके अलावा we won't be finding much of a Gothic there. जब हम जब हम इसको रेनेसा से कंपेयर करेंगे तो यहाँ से नहीं पता चलेगा, वैसे जो गया है उसको पता चलेगा, या जो भी नहीं, मतलब अब whenever you guys will go या जो भी है देखना है, so you can make out कि क्या है वहाँ पे difference. Okay, the other important feature was also a strain course. This basically आपका strain course Roman ancient Roman time period से ही चलता आ रहा है, and क्या लग रहा है देख के कि क्या है ये? क्या लग रहा है देखकर, क्या है ये? ऐसे बहुत मतलब ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि तुम कुछ मतलब बता भी ना पाओ. It's like it's like a band basically. सेपरेशन कह लो, हाँ मतलब इट्स लाइक हाँ जो पर्टिकुलर आपके फ्लो वाइज कंस्ट्रक्शन है, so they've just, it's like a decorative horizontal band that they have provided in the exterior wall. So generally it was always molded, carved, usually from bricks or stones, whatever the material they have used. So this particular feature existed in your classical Roman through Anglo-Saxon and in Renaissance to modern. Okay, so this is the thing that you'll be seeing in a lot of buildings in this particular Renaissance and other classical Roman कोई building देखी है तो अब तो it's more of a ruins. तभी इतने सारे changes हो गए हैं, development हो गए, change हो गए, but अगर आप बहुत ancient buildings देखोगे तो you find this feature as well. So yeah. So next is columns and pilasters. We've already talked about कि कौन कौन से हमने columns use करे हैं. What is a pilaster? So I don't think so I need to keep on telling the same again and again. So yeah, the columns जो हमने use करे हैं वही architecture orders जो पुराने थे, that's the one जो use हुए हैं and were revived. And yeah, coming to this particular image, these are just the examples that we can see. This is the same San Pietro that contemporary building ko he changed into a very classical elements. He tried to give all the classical elements to that particular building. And on the left hand side we have another Renaissance building. So I guess features आपको पता है, तो you guys can tell what is what. ये क्या क्या आपको ऑलरेडी दिख रहा है, एक बार थोड़ा सा बता दो, मुझे फिर पता चले कि तुम भूल नहीं रहे. क्या क्या आपको दिख रही है उस बिल्डिंग में चीजें?
लेफ्ट या राइट?
कौन कौन से? लेफ्ट वाली. राइट वाली इज डन बाय ब्रह्मांते एंड सैन पिएट्रो है वो.
लेफ्ट में alternate segmented or pedimented windows.
Exactly. What else? We can see the
Blind
symmetry.
arches.
Symmetry,
Blind
centralized
arches,
doorway.
right? हाँ, centrally placed door है.
और repeated वो है नीचे एक things, openings.
And pilasters.
Pilasters हैं इस बिल्डिंग में?
मुझे दिख नहीं रहे.
नहीं मैम, दिख तो नहीं रहे.
हम इनको
ये
pilasters बोलेंगे?
columns support के लिए या फिर decoration के लिए?
ये decoration के लिए हैं. They are not for support. They are coming from मतलब they are outward आप wall में कह लो इन्हें. But हाँ, these are not pilasters. Generally जब हम pilasters की बात करते हैं उनका main definition and very core feature is they are rectangular and they are extended from the wall from bottom to top. So maybe हो सकता है कि
load bearing होते हैं क्या?
क्या?
pilasters?
हाँ हाँ.
Okay.
Yes, they are. And maybe this is अगर if it's a pilaster जो मुझे नहीं लग रहा वो है, but ऐसा कुछ होता है तो exception भी होते हैं buildings में. But और क्या दिख रहा है आपको? You can see the rusticated stones.
कॉइन है उधर.
Coin है corner में.
हाँ.
You have blind arches, then you have centrally placed doorways. इधर यहाँ पे parapet भी वैसे दिख रहा है ऊपर. We have interplaters on the top. Okay. So these are few features जो आपके रेनेसा buildings में हैं, तो ये मतलब you should be knowing about them. And let's just move further. Okay. So arches are either semicircular or in the Mannerist style, which is segmental. So arches are often used in arcades supported on piers or columns with capitals. So this is the two types of arches that we can see when arches topped with pediments and then Mannerist arches. So Mannerist arches means the late Renaissance time period में जो arches आई थी. So ये दो type के arches are used. And then we come to vault. So vault, इसमें frequently that we've used is your barrel vault and your double barrel vault. क्योंकि अभी तक हमें पता चल गया we are talking everything in a semicircular, circular, rounded arches and hemispherical domes and everything. So obviously बात है walls भी हमारे barrel and double barrel curves ही होंगे. So these are the few examples. Your double barrel wall from Basilica Vicenza, and then you have a barrel wall in St. Andrea. So you can see the coffered ceiling on the top, and they have a lot of paintings and even the carvings were done on these coffered ceilings. So this is a very major Renaissance feature when we talk about something coffered ceilings. So वो आपको फ्लैट में भी मिलेंगे, वो आपको कर्व में भी मिलेंगे, आपको डोम स्ट्रक्चर्स में भी मिलेंगे. And कोई ऐसे बताएगा ऐसे एग्जांपल, एक एंशिएंट एग्जांपल ऑफ कॉफर्ड सीलिंग इन डोम, वेरी फेमस.
पैंथियन में शायद था.
पैंथियन में है, राइट, पैंथियन में है. सो वो एक इम्पोर्टेंट आप कह सकते हो when you talk about something coffered and everything. Coffered पता है ना क्या होता है? या वो पहले एक बताऊं? Coffered is something it's like a sunken panels that are attached to suspended grid, sorry. ठीक है, they are grid-like structures and they are sunken. Coffered slabs are generally अगर आप देखो अभी कहाँ पे देखोगे, पार्किंग्स में होती है, आपके ऑफिसेज में भी होते हैं कॉफी, मतलब ये तो बहुत कॉमन हो गया है कॉफी सीलिंग जो यूज करते हैं. सो अगर अभी हम राइट ना होगा प्रेजेंट डे में देखते हैं तो, बट हाँ आपके पास ये भी पता होना चाहिए कि उस टाइम पे ये आए थे एंड दैट वाज द वन इम्पोर्टेंट फीचर ऑफ योर रेनेसांस स्टाइल. ठीक है. सो okay, coming to the dome. So domes were used frequently both as a very large structure and also in a smaller space just roofing के लिए use होता था. So one major and important dome of Renaissance period is which is done by Brunelleschi, which it's in Florence Cathedral, and that can be seen over here. So अभी हम इसके आगे डिटेल में बात करेंगे about dome. So let's just skip for now क्योंकि जब हम फ्लोरेंस कैथेड्रल की बात करेंगे तो we'll be talking about domes as well. Next is ceiling. जैसे अभी हमने coffered ceiling की बात करी. So roofs are fitted with flat or coffered ceiling. They are not left open as in medieval architecture. They are frequently painted or decorated. So circular, square, octagonal, and L-shaped coffers were generally abounded, and they were with their edges were richly carved, and The field of each copper was decorated with a rosette. Rosette is a decorated rose-like a structure. It's like a carving. So, photo has this is known as a rosette. Okay, so it's like a very rose-like carving, proper flowers and everything. So that's where they were carved. Maybe the paintings were there. So these were the different जो सीलिंग्स पे जनरली लगता था. जब हम बात करें कि since आपका वैसे रेनेसा पीरियड में everything was so simple, less ornamented and less decorative. But when we see the ceilings, so they were totally carved and rich in carving, rich with the colorful paintings and everything. So it's also a balance when we talk about a lot of Renaissance architecture and this times. They've used a lot of single tone and tone colors, and uske upar we can see very colorful ceilings and a lot of carvings and everything. So it's like more of a balanced structure. ये नहीं कि everything is more dramatic. As अभी जब हम Baroque की बात करेंगे, तो you'll see a lot of drama happening there, a lot of splashes of colors, and it's not like कि एक color दूसरे color के साथ जा रहा है. नहीं, they have to just splash them together. So that type of colors were used in Baroque style. So next is your. I hope these are clear. I'm not asking you guys. I hope everything is going smoothly. Okay. Okay. So next we come to doors and windows. So generally इनका same है दोनों का doors and windows का. They are doors are usually they have a square little. They may be set within an arch or surmounted by a triangular or a segmental pediments. And openings that do not have doors are usually arched and frequently have a large and or a decorative keystone. So it's just the basic gist about what Renaissance door looks like. So it's either pedimented, triangular pedimented, or they are segmental. So these are the few openings which can be seen even in modern times as well. So you should know कि कहाँ से roots आ रहे हैं. It's influenced from Renaissance. It came from Renaissance, where they were influenced from what the classical architecture from Greek Romans. So everything is coming from them. So you can see a lot of such structures. I hope आपकी art अच्छा तुम्हारी art की class नहीं हुई ना इस week last week. तुम पढ़ोगे जब architecture styles की बात करोगे उसमें you'll be knowing and मतलब जो भी आपने उसमें आर्ट में पढ़ना है तो आर्किटेक्चर स्टाइल्स जो आप पढ़ोगे दे आर all based on your American styles, your कनाडा में कैसा स्टाइल है तो ये सब इन्फ्लुएंस कहाँ से है आपकी यूरोपियन कंट्रीज से इन्फ्लुएंस होके यूएस एंड कनाडा में हाउ द आर्किटेक्चर चेंज्ड एंड एवरीथिंग सो जब आप वहाँ के चीजें पढ़ोगे तो यू फाइंड लॉट ऑफ बंगलो डिजाइंस एंड एवरीथिंग सो ये they have such kind of entrances and everything. Not only just the bungalow design, there are a lot of buildings, huge, even the universities and other types of buildings that they have influenced on the European side, the Renaissance styles, and that's what they have adapted over the time period. So yeah, so these are the doors and same way ऐसे windows का भी same है that windows were set within the semicircular arches and may be paired. So the opening may be supported by square lintels fitted with the triangular or segmental elements. So the same concept is followed over here as well. And talking about walls, okay, this was something that I was talking. Key rusticated surrounds there, they have more square blocks and textured finish as compared to the internal. Internal was very smooth and they had very they use lime wash and less ornamented and we can see the string courses and so yeah these were the few let's just read about it. The walls of Renaissance building feature planar classism and interior and exterior walls of Renaissance buildings were embellished with classical motifs such as columns, pilasters, pediments, line arches, and string course. The maximum that can be seen in the exteriors. and very minimal of appearance or minimal designs in the interior walls. Okay, they were more smooth finish as compared to the exterior walls. So this was about the walls. As अच्छा ठीक है नीचे they have talked about कि baroque का कैसा था, but that majorly contrasted कि वो बहुत ही sculpted and बहुत ही carved walls थी, and a lot of fresco paintings and were used. Okay. So yeah, stucco was also used. That was used as a decorative coatings for walls and ceilings. So जब हम copper ceiling की बात करें तो आपने देखा उसमें कैसे कैसे decorations हुए हुए थे. So stucco was used over there as well. And when we talk about जब मैंने बोला था कि 1400 to 1500 में we don't have a very major Renaissance architect buildings of in that particular time period. So उस time period में we can see a lot of paintings, we can see a lot of sculptures that came, and how everything, it's more of a Greek and Roman art revival. So a lot of paintings and sculptures can be seen in particularly that early Renaissance time period. So yeah, even the details were very simple and less ornamented as compared to Gothic. We cannot say कि they weren't ornamented, but yeah, as compared to other आपके eras and time periods, sorry, आपके other architecture styles, they were less ornamented. So एक तो आपका yeah, sorry. So the courses, the moldings and decorative details are carved with great precision. Doors and windows are surrounded by moldings rather than being recessed as in the Gothic architecture. So we can see वहाँ पे जो doors and windows थे they were more recessed, and जब recessed हैं तो particularly जो उसकी arch and everything बन रही थी they were more carved, ornamented. याद है ना जैसे उसमें था recessed में, right? So उससे different type of molding and decorative details were in this particular type of architecture style. And yeah, coming to Saint Maria, which is also popularly known as Florence Cathedral. So it constructed began in 1200 something and in Gothic style, and the structure completed in 1400 something. That's why it is termed as the first Renaissance building, because it was unroofed. जब इसकी कंस्ट्रक्शन हो गई थी, मतलब जितनी खत्म हुई थी, बट उस पे रूफ नहीं लगी थी, एंड ऐसा ये सब स्ट्रक्चर्स नहीं लगे थे. So that was commissioned to Brunelleschi, who was termed and who was a known Renaissance architect. That's why it's often termed as a Renaissance building. So, but still इसमें बहुत सारे Gothic style features हैं, तो फिर बताइएगा जरा क्या क्या दिख रहा है आपको यहाँ पर.
spires दिख रहे हैं Gothic में थे.
मैम शायद
Right, what else? कौन से वाला बोल रहा हूँ? ये वाली है ये वाली. हाँ तो ये ऑकुलस हुआ ना. ये आपके ऑकुलस हुआ. So you can see a lot of pointed art over here. You can see rose window. They were more ornamented as compared to Romanesque or as compared to even Renaissance buildings. They are high in. अब आप इसका scale देख लो. So it's like a very huge scale as compared to any Renaissance building जो अभी तक हमने जितने भी examples देखे हैं. They have used spires and everything. But yeah, iska jo dome construction hai, that was done by Brunelleschi, and it is also known as one of the largest dome after Bangalore. And but still, it's the largest in your what do you call brick construction. So around 4 million bricks are used in particular this particular dome, and on the top you can see a golden ball. It itself alone weighed like 2 tons. So imagine कि कितना उसको टाइम लगा होगा मतलब से पूरा वे एंड उसको ऊपर कंस्ट्रक्शन में लेके जाने के लिए. So we have a dome construction in this presentation as well, and I guess sir have shared the link for the video. If I'm not wrong. अच्छा ओके आर्टिकल है सर वीडियो भी जो डोम की है वो आप शेयर कर देना तो so it's very interesting कि डोम कैसे उन्होंने sorry I'll just show you from the presentation. Still it's Gothic era के time period में था and everything. So even the dome was has a Gothic pointed arch across section instead of a semicircular ones. For loading and unloading and सब कुछ ये लेके जाने के लिए भी Brunelleschi had to construct a machine for this particular construction of dome के लिए. So to reduce the dead load, he created a double shell as was done in Pantheon, and 24 vertical ribs were employed and on a horizontal rings of sandstone. Okay. So yeah, we have 5 sandstone horizontal rings, and then we have 24 ribs. जिस पे total आपका मतलब जिस पे आपका dome ऐसे constructed है. And a wooden framework was laid on which stone strings were attached at 5 segmental levels. So when we talk about segmental levels, so we can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are the 5 segmental levels. इस पे आपका wooden framework laid हुआ था. Then bricks were laid on the top of the framework and everything. तो और जो भी मशीन्स उन्होंने बनाई थी तो आई गेस इट्स मोर क्लियर फ्रॉम योर वीडियो जो भी अगर सर ने भी शेयर नहीं किया तो कर देंगे और how the dome construction happens and everything. So it's very interesting and easy to मतलब जितना हम लिख के और फोटो से समझाते हैं तो it's always good to know about the from video so you can grab it more easily. So, and since it's also very important, तो ये पता होना चाहिए. And about the plans and plan about of the cathedral, we have already talked about in less detail, but we have. And इसका जो पूरा detail out करना है वो आपको करना है in your assignment. So you can use the same जो भी length, width and height जो भी है इसके जो भी additions to it है वो आप बताओगे जो भी features use हुए हैं जो भी materials use हुए हैं तो write about them. Sketch जरूरी है मैं देखती हूँ कुछ लोग सिर्फ लिख देते हैं तो sketch नहीं बनाते कुछ सिर्फ sketch बनाते हैं तो लिखना भूल जाते हैं तो you have to have some balance in मतलब दोनों के बीच में so make sure you have मतलब enough information मतलब not ज़्यादा भी मत लिखो but इतनी तो लिखो कि पास हो पाओ yeah that was then and the same इसके exterior में क्या क्या use हुआ है कौन-कौन से marbles use हुए हैं they use lot of colored marbles then since it's a Gothic style so we can see आपके buttresses on the sides we have smaller domes we have bronze doors आपका the exterior is sculpted with figures and और जो भी exterior के features हैं तो उसके बारे में देखो पढ़ो and coming to next is your palace Renaissance Palace which is Palazzo Medici that was also आपका that is one of the features as you can see from the building itself, what can we see? We can see the repetitions. But also, there's an important thing that we can see is like each building have have reduced or maybe decreased their height. The higher they're trying to go, the आपका every floor they have decreased the height. So this type of particular building and the facade is termed as a tripartite elevation. So you should be knowing about it. The height of a structure per floor decreases as it goes higher. So this is also one of the architecture features. Particularly, it's a palace का है, but you can see in Renaissance building as well. मतलब Renaissance palace का ही था वो भी. So you can see this is also one of the feature. कि, this type of elevation is termed as a tripartite. So the density of the facade of the building decreases as it goes upwards. So आपका जो ground floor है, तो ground floor density is denser with larger arches. Then windows are heavy and heavily barred. So this is what we can perceive and see from your ground floor facade. Same way जब हम first floor and second floor पे जाते हैं, we can see कि you have repetitive elements, ठीक है, and right repetitive elements we can see. Also we can see कि यहाँ तक तो आपका proper brick work या आप जो भी rusticated stones की बात कर रहे हो, but इधर we can see a smooth finish. So this is also one of the features of this particular palace. So there's repetitive elementations of pear-like windows. They are less robust rusticated brick walls to decrease density. Then brickwork arch is fitted atop of the arch of the pear-like. So अगर हम इसको detail में देखें, so this is the brick crust arch. This is the particular arch over here. We have a roundel over here, and then there is a pair of light. This is the pair of pair light windows over here. So this particular roundel is nothing. It's just the आपका round shaped decorative medallion. Okay, so it's like a round decorative medallion. It could be in any material. जो भी उस particular मतलब structure का है, it could be a brick structure or a stone structure. So it's just carved out in that same particular material. So that is that. And in the second floor facade, we can see the facade are less dense and they are fabricated with fair-light windows and they have a plain walls. So this was the hierarchy बोलो या division of तीन level बोलो कि ground floor में किस तरह then first floor and then second floor. So बस ये ध्यान रखना है कि they are termed as. So see यहाँ से you can see कि how they were more rusticated आप surrounds देख रहे हो, but they are more smooth rusticated and ऊपर बिल्कुल ही plain walls हैं, there is no stones or any type of cladding over here. The next features that can be seen is the elaborated cornices on the top. Then we have family coat of arms. It's like a symbol or denoting the family crest. It's very popular in castles. In basically the family coat of arms होता है. It consists of the shield. It consists of the motto and और क्या होता है उसमें? क्या होता है फैमिली क्रेस्ट में किसी को अगर पता है generally it's an identity to any family or individual, ठीक है. So उसमें एक हेलमेट होता है, क्रेस्ट होता है, शील्ड होती है. एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं दूं तो याद आ जाएगा इसको. में जीओटी में देखा है आपने सबके अपने अपने क्रेस्ट थे एंड वो सील्स यूज होती थी, उनको सील करते थे एंड एवरीथिंग. अब याद आ गया एकदम से. तो it's more in your castles and everything में भी हुआ है. आप इवन कार्टून्स में भी देखोगे तो उसमें भी है. आगे मैं इमेज दिखा देती हूँ, उससे तो और क्लियर हो जाएगा. This is something that I'm talking about. Okay, so they are termed as family coat of arms or family crests. So it's like more of their symbols जो वो यूज करते हैं और उनके शायद हर पेपर पे इवन हर चीज पे प्रिंटेड भी होता है ऐसा कुछ. ठीक है. सो एंड नेक्स्ट इज योर मीलिंग विंडो. सो मीलिंग विंडो मीलिंग विंडो इज समथिंग it's like a जनरली आपका जो ग्राउंड फ्लोर विंडोज होती थी दिस दैट पर्टिकुलर पैलेस की बात कर लो या दैट पर्टिकुलर ऐसे कोई भी बिल्डिंग्स अगर हम कोई बात कर रहे हैं सो जनरली द ग्राउंड फ्लोर विंडो जहाँ पे आपका सिल रेस्ट करता है वहाँ पे देयर वाज अ प्रोट्रूडिंग दे हैड अ टू प्रोट्रूडिंग ग्रिप ऑन द साइड्स दैट यूज्ड टू रिजेंबल लाइक अ लेग from knee down. So as you can see from the image as well, okay, so it looks like a a knee down type of a structure. So that's why it's known as a kneeling window. So this is also a feature and a very unique feature of Renaissance. So I hope it's clear from the image. Okay. So next we come to the crowning cornices and the interpreters. So it's saying the molding cornices and interpreter reflect the classical motive designs and the architectural styles of that time period. They were decorated with lilies and जो भी ornamentations होती थी. Then they had roundels, which वो भी बता दिया मैंने कि they were it's carved medallions. ठीक है, वो भी ornamentation के लिए use होता था. ठीक है, and acts as an ornamental structure to fabricate the facade. ठीक है, and also it also acted as a symbol of so and so जिसका भी होता था वो. ठीक है, so these are clear. Then coming to the interiors, they were more symmetric in nature. ठीक है, अभी हमने बात करी है, हम शुरू से बात करते आ रहे हैं कि सिंप्लिसिटी, सिमेट्री एंड ज्योमेट्रिक इनके ऊपर बेस्ड है. सो ये भी आपके यही 3 प्रिंसिपल्स हैं जो आप हर जगह देखोगे जब when you are designing a Renaissance building or maybe a type of a Renaissance building. So in designing also आप ध्यान रखोगे कि सिंप्लिसिटी की बात हो रही है, ज्योमेट्री की बात हो रही है एंड मतलब जो भी इसके मेन फीचर्स है आप उनकी बात कर रहे हो. सो okay, the next is also the specification and details of your central quartile up close. Yeah, so most of the buildings had quartile and generally they were open from the roof. मतलब roofless होता था basically. They were surrounded by arcade. ठीक है, so this is the basic definition अगर हम quartile की देखें. So it's like a enclosed space and typically roofless होते थे and arcaded होते थे. ठीक है, within or attached to a building आप कह रहे हैं. So this was the main feature or main meaning of quartile. So ये आप एक बार देख लेना. And okay, yeah, a garden attached to Sanilekhiria. Okay, a garden attached to a residential building is also called as quartile. Okay, so next, yeah, जो अभी मैं basically बात कर रही थी कि जब आप डिजाइन कर रहे हो तो there is a usage of 3 main principles in design. So which is the simplicity with symmetrical and balanced arrangement. Then you have a powerful, which is the usage of ornaments such as arches, roundels, जो भी brick truss and arches. These actually denote a Renaissance building. So कैसी विंडोज होनी चाहिए और क्या ऑर्नामेंटेशन यूज करनी चाहिए. तो बहुत ज्यादा नहीं होती बट जो होती है वो टिपिकल ऑर्नामेंटेशन है, वो आपको कहीं और नहीं मिलेंगी. Then there is repetitive आपके पैटर्न्स होते थे. So जब भी आप रेनेसां की बात कर रहे हो तो you will be talking about such designs and everything. So repetitive आपका repetition में आपका windows आ गया, roundels आ गए, arches आ गए. ठीक है, so ये सब आपका repetition हो गया. Next is High Renaissance. जब हम High Renaissance की बात कर रहे हैं, we are talking about Bramante and also even Michelangelo also played a role in High Renaissance and goes up till late Renaissance as well. So we've already talked about Michelangelo. he was a Renaissance architect and he was a poet, sculptor, architect, and everything, and what he did in St. Peter's as well. So this is one of the examples that you have to do in your assignment as well. So Laureatin Library, फ्लॉरेंस, तो आप इसके बारे में पढ़ना, जो भी है स्केचेस बनाने हैं, क्या क्या फीचर्स थे, क्या क्या एलिमेंट्स यूज हुए थे, क्या क्या मटेरियल्स यूज हुए थे, वो सब आप लिखोगे, बताओगे, एलिवेशन सेक्शंस, व्हाटएवर जो आपको मिले, आपको मतलब व्यूज एंड एवरीथिंग, सो प्लीज इनकॉर्पोरेट इन योर पर्टिकुलर असाइनमेंट एंड या इसमें तो भी कुछ भी नहीं है, सिंपल सा है, बट या आप थोड़ा सा उसमें बताना कि क्या फीचर्स यूज हुआ है, किस टाइप का यूज हुआ है, क्या यूज हुआ है, क्या रिपीट हुआ है, एंड वो सब चीजें आपको पता होनी चाहिए, मटेरियल्स क्या यूज हुए हैं, देन या जो भी फीचर्स यूज हुए हैं वो उसके बारे में बताओ, डिटेल्स के बारे में बताओ, एक्सटीरियर्स में क्या क्या लगा है। तो जैसे अब इधर यू हैव अ डबल कॉलम फीचर्स, अभी हर जगह नहीं होगा, यहाँ पे है, यू हैव अ पेडिमेंटेड एंट्री ओवर हियर एंड सेंट्रली, डेफिनेटली सेंट्रली होगा ये भी, एंड आसपास देन दे हैव रिपीटेड पैटर्न्स। सो आप वो बताओ क्या चीज फॉल्स है, क्या चीज फॉल्स नहीं है इधर। Then when we are talking about Michelangelo, we are talking about his sculptures as well. So there were two important sculptures of Michelangelo, which was Pieta, and the other one was David. So it's just आपको थोड़ा सा just पता होना चाहिए कि if कुछ लिखने को आ गया about Michelangelo या कुछ भी, तो it's like these sculptures, the paintings, and also the structures and architecture features, मतलब किस किस उसमें यूज किया है उसने, मतलब so वो आपको पता होना चाहिए।
लास्ट स्लाइड में फॉल्स ब्रैकेट्स लिखा हुआ था, फॉल्स ब्रैकेट्स क्या होते हैं?
फॉल्स ब्रैकेट्स आप बताओ, यहाँ पे फॉल्स ब्रैकेट क्या हुए, किसी को पता है ब्रैकेट्स क्या होते हैं, कहाँ पे होते हैं ब्रैकेट्स, तो पहले भी आया था। जल्दी बताओ।
विंडो ओपनिंग की ब्रैकेट्स की बात कर रहे हैं क्या, वो जो जिसमें एक्चुअली ओपनिंग नहीं
विंडो
है, बट सिर्फ ब्रैकेट है, वो है क्या?
जो आपको नीचे दिख,
जो डबल कॉलम्स के साइड पे शो करा हुआ है, जहाँ जहाँ आपका एरो है।
राइट, ठीक है, फॉल्स ब्रैकेट। सो फॉल्स क्यों है, क्योंकि ऐसा कुछ इट्स नॉट carved out or something like that, it's just resist और जो भी कहते हैं inside a wall everything, जैसे blind arts था, ठीक है। So yeah, coming to the sculptures, ये आपको बताया कि एक Pieta is the important sculpture and then there is David. These are the two sculptures of Michelangelo's and मतलब important है तो बहुत सारे, but yeah, ये है, and then there is paintings, आपको just थोड़ा सा पता होना चाहिए किसकी कहाँ की famous paintings है। हमने जो पीछे अभी चर्च कैथेड्रल देखा हुआ था, तो we have seen ऊपर आपका कौन कौन से सीलिंग्स पे वर्क हुआ हुआ, ठीक है। तो इधर इट कुड बी अ फ्रेस्को, इट कुड बी अ पेंटिंग एज वेल। तो जैसे ये है सच ब्यूटीफुल पेंटिंग्स एंड even the fresco paintings was done by Michelangelo, and then came Palladio. Palladio is also an architect who worked on a lot of domestic buildings, basically, a lot of villa designs and everything of that time period. So, अगर हम Palladio की बात करें तो in his architecture style, So, but basically, he began to develop his own architectural style in around 1541. But ऐसा नहीं बोलेंगे कि बिल्कुल ही इसी का architecture style था. It's more of an influence. Renaissance period में ही लाइक किया है. So the classical Roman principles were rediscovered and applied in his work. So there's Basilica Palladiana done by him. Then there was this is not that major example. ये है जैसे Villa Rotonda. So अगर हम इसकी बात करें तो you can see the इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Why इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Anyone? इसके तो नाम भी था.
सर्कुलर प्लान कोई है जो इसका बना
सर्कुलर
हुआ
प्लानिंग जो हमें अभी इसमें जो
Rotonda
नाम था
Rotonda।
अबाउट हाँ तो ये पढ़ा है ना हमने सर ने पढ़ाया था अबाउट डोम्स एंड एवरीथिंग. Okay, so this is the important feature that तभी he said that he rediscovered a lot of classical and Roman features. So this is also one of the features of that time period that he incorporated in villas. So and plus you can see the symmetrical plan and किस टाइप से आपका विला डिजाइन है और you have centrally आपका door है then you have sides में windows and everything. The structure remains the same आपका जो भी review. So other important features of his buildings were like many of his buildings are of brick covered with stucco, and his success as an architect is based not only on the beautiful beauty of his work but also on the harmony with the culture of his time. So he used to do a lot of standalone structures as well. उसके साथ में impressive, symmetrical side wings or maybe side wings बोल रहा है ये मतलब it's more like मतलब जो भी sculptures he's trying to tell about जैसे यहाँ पे भी है तो it's like more of a standalone structure inside you can see the impressive sculptures on the sides so dominated by a strong center and a symmetrical side wings. ठीक है so these are the few architecture features of Palladio. So it's a villa Barbaro. ठीक है तो आपको एक विला भी करना है तो आपको एक बार देख लेना कौन सा करना है it's totally up to you. So these are the few features of his style that we when we talk about Palladian styles and ये कौन सा structure है कोई बताएगा? Anyone? सब मतलब कंफ्यूज हुए हैं स्ट्रक्चर को देख के और देख लिया है इसको बहुत बार.
ये सेंट पीटर्स बसिलिका है क्या?
हाँ वही है ये मैं इसका फैंसी नेम है इसलिए सब थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं कि what it is. So yeah, this is Saint Peter's and we have talked about in super detail. So we'll not be going there now. We know कि कहाँ पे located है, क्या हुआ था, पहले history क्या थी, but and अब transformation कैसे हुआ. So when we talk about the transformation, कि उस time पे early Christians में कैसा था, and when it transformed, तो a lot of जो main architects जिन्होंने काम किया, they all belong to Renaissance architecture, मतलब Renaissance period. So that's why it is also one of the examples in your architect Renaissance style. I guess I don't have to, tell about the features again because we have covered. Actually, we have given whole lecture to this particular basilica and cathedral. So I'll just skip. आप एक बार देख लो इसे ऐसे. Yeah, over here you can see the high altar, which was done by Michelangelo, and the huge baldacchino, the golden baldacchino, is created by him. So ये देखने की चीज है, आप एक बार गूगल भी कर सकते हो, पिक्चर्स देख सकते हो. It's very impressive structure that he did on the high altar. Okay, we can see what can we see from the ceiling here? हाँ जी, क्या देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे?
Clear story windows.
Oculus.
क्लियर स्टोरी वाला कौन है भाई?
मतलब ऐसे पूरा एग्जैक्ट याद नहीं है, सर ने कुछ वैसे बताया था कि विंडोज बहुत पास पास होती है ताकि ऐसा लगे कि डोम फ्लोट कर रहा है.
ऑकुलस भी है, और सीलिंग की बात कर रही हूँ ना मैं, और बताओ और क्या क्या है? You can see the paintings over here. We can and आपका यहाँ पे जहाँ तक मुझे लग रहा है ये आपका कॉफर्ड भी है यहाँ पे भी. These are the barrel walls on the side, and see the ornamentation done on them. And ठीक है, ये दिख रहा है ना यहाँ पर. तो दिस इज ऑल्सो, आप इसको बोल सकते हो कि ये रेनेसांस स्ट्रक्चर एंड उस टाइम पीरियड का इम्पोर्टेंट फीचर्स कैन बी सीन इन सेंट पीटर्स एज वेल. सो अगर रेनेसां में अगर आपको कुछ लिखना है तो आप फ्लोरेंस का लिखोगे, आप सेंट पीटर्स का भी लिख सकते हो. द न्यू सेंट पीटर्स, जब हम अर्ली क्रिश्चियन की बात कर रहे थे तो हमने ओल्ड सेंट पीटर्स की बात करी थी एंड उसका हमने स्ट्रक्चर डिफाइन किया था. सो या एंड फिर फर्दर और जो इंटीरियर्स में जो एडिशंस हुई हैं, सो वी कैन सी लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स डन. अब इसमें से कुछ चीजें होंगी जो बरॉक स्टाइल में भी हुई हैं, तो जो शायद बरॉक स्टाइल में भी होगा, बिकॉज बर्नीनी डिड द इंटीरियर्स एंड आल्सो द पोर्टिको. सो एंड बर्नीनी वाज वन ऑफ द यस नो कुछ कुछ आ रहा है, मतलब कुछ घुस रहा है अंदर. ऐसे फिर नोट देखने तो नहीं पड़ जाएंगे कि अब नेक्स्ट वीक हमने लास्ट वीक क्या पढ़ा था.
मैम अभी कुछ कुछ घुस गया है, खा तो बहुत सारा.
हाँ हाँ, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, धीरे धीरे.
नोट्स खोलने तो पड़ेंगे मैम, बट क्लास से पहले खोलने पड़ेंगे.
अच्छा ठीक है, चलो इतना ही कर लो, बहुत बड़ी बात है.
नोट्स देख के ही पूरा याद आ जाता है ना फिर.
हाँ ठीक है, नोट देख के सब याद हो जाता है. नोट्स की बात हो रही है, असाइनमेंट्स की बात हो रही है, तो व्हाई कैन आई सी जस्ट few very few assignments turned in. क्या हो गया आपको? 10 days 12 days दिए मैंने असाइनमेंट कंप्लीट करने के लिए, तब भी नहीं हो पाया. Why so? ये कब होगा? Because according to me मैंने तो काफी टाइम दे दिया था to complete the assignment. और अभी भी I was thinking कि the next assignment आपका जो अभी है this particular is will be clubbed with your Gothic and Renaissance together, and I'm just meanwhile I'll just make the assignment for you guys. तो वो 2 weeks का ही रखूंगी मैं टाइम पीरियड, बट प्रॉब्लम ये है कि आपको जितना ज्यादा टाइम पीरियड भी दे दो, नॉट एबल टू गिव. तो क्या करूं, बैक टू 1 वीक कर दूं क्या?
मैम अभी इस वाले के लिए जब आप 2 वीक दोगे ना तो अगली क्लास से पहले पहले जो पुराना वाला है वो भी सबमिट कर देंगे और नेक्स्ट वीक वो वाला भी कर देंगे, दोनों निपट जाएंगे कमिंग 2 वीक्स में.
निपट जाएंगे. यहाँ पे मार्किंग होती है एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू
नहीं मतलब मेरा मतलब वही है.
तो उस हिसाब से मार्किंग कम होती है. ठीक है.
हाँ मैम वो
That
समझ
will
गए,
affect
जल्द
on
से
your
जल्द हो
marking.
जाएगा.
हाँ. तो फिर बोलना मत कि ये क्यों है, क्योंकि आधे तो बच्चे आ जाते हैं जस्टिफिकेशन लेने. मैंने भी तो उतना ही लिखा जितना उसने लिखा है. So that somebody who have worked and submitted on time and somebody who haven't yet, so उस पे फर्क आएगा. Anyways, that was that. मैं अभी बना रही हूँ आपका assignment अपने classroom में update कर देती हूँ. Also, I'll just provide you with the material. I'm just giving you links for Bannister Fletcher. अगर किसी के पास नहीं है तो वो लिंक ओपन कर सकते हो और देख सकते हो. It's actually available online only. And okay. And what about the groups? आपने ग्रुप पूरा दे दिया था ना मुझे तो.